Hey y'all, and welcome to Denby's Teaching Tips. Today we're going to do another book that helps children build resilience, and I love this book, Bounce Back Betty. Before we begin our lesson, like I did last week, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this book. Now, in this book, Betty tries to go run a race at school, and she ends up not being the fastest one, but she thought she was good at running races. And so she came home all distraught. And so her mama talked to her about finding her niche. And that's something most adults don't even know how to do. But anyway, talked about trying new things. And then her mama told her a story about the sloth and the turtle, how they are slow creatures, but they are good at some other awesome things. And so in the end, Betty decided that she would try some new things until she figured out what she was good at. And if she wasn't good at something, it's okay, because she's still learning and she's still figuring things out. And so this is a really good book. And then at the end, the author also gave us it's almost like she put a worksheet in here. And it tells you, just different things about resilience. So, Bounce Back Betty. The first step is, just like last week, before we even read the book, there are some things that we do. So I would still have the kids go through the text before, just look through it and find any words that they didn't know. But in this particular case, I would already have some words that I want them to focus on. So if they don't see them and pick them as words, I would pull them out. The word niche, the word unique, the word strength, and attempt, because some kids don't know what that means. So I would do that same thing, but on the first day of reading the text, or the first day dealing with the text, I would do something a little bit different. I wrote my little steps down. The first thing I would do on the first day, I would have them write 2 questions on a piece of paper with the answers to the 2 questions. What am I good at? And what do I want to do when I grow up? Now, I would have them make a hangman. So I would tell them, don't tell the answers, because we're going to make a game out of it. So make a hangman, just like that. That way, just whatever your answers is, put the number of letters, the dashes are the number of letters. And so I would make a hangman, then I would tell them to fold it up and put it in an envelope. And so we would save that. That's step 1. So after we do our vocabulary words or look up those words, I would have them write down, what do I want to be when I grow up? Write the answers on the back. What am I good at now? What am I good at? What am I really good at? What can I do really well? Write the answer to that, and then make it into a hangman. Step 2. This would be the day that we would actually read the text. But before we read the text, I would play a game of 4 corners. And normally in my classroom, like I teach music now, so I don't get to do as much reading as I want to. But normally in my classroom, I have disagree, kinda agree, totally disagree, or totally agree on the walls of the four corners. And so I would just give a statement. It's easy for me to be a teacher. And so the kids would have to go to whether they agree, totally disagree, or totally agree, or kind of agree. And so then they would have to talk and explain it. And so I would do about 5 of those. That was before we read the book. Then, just like last week, I always keep my emojis. So this week we probably would have made new emojis. So I still use the same 4 things: scared, mad, happy, sad. But sometimes I change the word. So scared, I still have scared. But this one I put excited. Depressed, frustrated. I know you can't see that. I messed that up. But, sorry y'all. Anyway, so we would read the story on day 2. So this is the second step of dealing with the text. So now we read the story and the kids just hold up, as they listen, hold up a card, how it makes you feel. All right, day 3. Now, I know we all love graphic organizers. And so that would be what I would do on the 3rd step of, reading this book. So remember, the first step is have the children write down what they want to be when they grow up, and have them write down what they think they're good at now and make it into a hangman. Then the second step is to read the book, but also have, our flashcard emojis, and also play 4 corners. The 3rd step is our little graphic organizer, and I call this my trying web. I would have a bunch of words all around the room of like different things that they might want to try. And so I would have them go around and just pick out like they're going shopping. And then we would put them into a graphic organizer. In the middle is my name or the student's name, and connected to it are the 3 things that they think they're good at now. So mine has music, teaching, and writing books. So then connected to those are goals that I want to do with those. Music, I want to perform at an award show. Teaching, I want to teach teachers and maybe start my own school one day. Writing, I would love to win a Pulitzer Prize. I don't know how. One day I will. And so then the next are other things that I want to try. And so just doing that, because, letting the kids know that it is okay to try new things. And then you might not be good at it, and you might not even get to try any of them. But at least you will know that it's okay to try. And it's okay to attempt one of those vocabulary words, because that's the only way you can find your niche, by attempting new things. Step 4 of dealing with Bounce Back Betty. Now, I don't remember where I learned this activity from, but I do it all the time. I did it with my choir at church also. On a piece of paper, I would have all of the students' names listed. And across the top, it says, write something next to the name that you think the person is good at. So each student would have one of these. And so then they would say, Kyrie is good at talking loud, okay? Jackson is good at dressing, such and such and such. And then I would collect them, and then I would go home and take each one and compile a list. So I will compile a list for Kyrie. Kyrie, you're good at da 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 da. And Jackson, you're good at da 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 da. And so then by Friday, everybody, they would have their own list of things that they're good at. Because the Friday activity is going to be, that's when we're going to add a little writing in our lesson. So, but then I would read the book again, and they would still, just like, like I break it into sections and let them read each section. So that's before they read it by themselves. Step 5, this is where the kids make their own commercial. And you can let them record each other or record themselves, put them in teams, and like I sent them outside the room, and I hang up my little green screen outside the room so that they can record each other. And so I give them a piece of paper that says, "Hi, my name is, I am good at blank, blank, and blank. I will make a really good blank. And I know this because blank." And so I have them fill in the blank. And then they can add extra stuff if they want to. So, but then they go outside and just film, "Hi, my name is Kyrie. I am really good at music, writing, and teaching. I will make a really good principal one day. And I know this because I am bossy." Oh, Lord. But anyway, that's the way the commercial would go. And then at the end of the day, we would all read them together. And so, not read them together, we would all watch them together. So after they do that, or while they were doing that, everybody, the other people would be actually reading through the book and actually completing the other tasks that we didn't complete for the rest of the week. Because a lot of these tasks that we do, you can start them that day, but you might not finish them. A lot of times they don't finish them, especially like with that trying web, they don't finish them. So anyway, there we go. Now, after we watch the movie with all of them doing their commercials, then I would have them trade the hangmans, and see if that same, if their commercial matches with what they said. And the kids have to guess, and they can partner up and work on that together. Cha. I hope you all are using these tips and using this book from Cindy Whiteside. This is a really good book. Bounce Back Betty. Last week we did the hugging tree. That's also an awesome book. So, but y'all use these books in your classroom, because they're not only going to teach your kids reading, they're going to teach your kids to have resilience. All right. See y'all.